just like 100 times. They'll be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind.
Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find some inspiration somewhere that can lead them to a victory.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Not much there, only a yard. This defense for the Niners, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great sixth sense, maybe even a seventh and eighth. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks! Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mostert, toss left side. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara, with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run right side with Mostert. And room there to work it inside the 25. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Here's Lance. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he'll go for it. Lance escaping the pressure right. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Lance now to throw. Touchdown! George Kittle with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Forced out to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And this will go to Carson out wide. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
is incomplete here.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Dancing to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Draw play here. Lance hands to Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. And now they'll throw with Lance. That's into the hands of Dwelly. Here's the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Seven yards there and a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance.
Flushed out right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now Lance.
Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd down and goal. Lance.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, Lance going to throw.
Touchdown, 49ers! George Kittle with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally did.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make...
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Again, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To throw is Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a two-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to reach.
Myers connects on the PAT. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun now for Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lance a give now to Sermon, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. They find some open field here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 75 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Samson Abuka in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the 49ers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.